Howdy, internet strangers. Rusty Old Man here, and today I'm cooking up something so compact, so violent, and so unnecessarily full of turrets, it basically screams at you with gunfire. Oh yeah, look at that. Walking right up and you're going to get plenty of turrets looking at you. Again, you know me, I love living in these small, compact base. Well, this here's my newest invention. It's like living inside a robotic porcupine with trust issues. This little beast here may be as small as a shoebox, but it's got more attitude than a geared teen with 5 hours of sleep and a stack of Explo ammo. And if this base sees something moves, it shoots. If it thinks it's breathing, it's gonna scream lead on them. So let's dive into this microwave-sized base, and we start off with the typical airlock. Probably want to put a shotgun trap there, and then we've got a garage door for extra protection to get in here. Now you can do whatever you want. This is just an example. Y'all know me, I do not have a degree in interior design. This is also going to be your kitchen, because you're going to be feeding those turrets from down here. Now let's head upstairs and take a look at the business end of this base. And this is what it is, folks. She's tight, like I said. It's like you're living inside the microwave. We've got easy access to our turrets, though. If we want to reload them, simply just go ahead and turn it off. Open it up. Reload. Put that back. Turn your turret back on. Repair the window, and you're good to go. You got a tier 2. Tier 3 will fit in here, believe it or not. All kinds of storage. Inside your TC room here, we've got some extra storage up there for the extra juicy loot. You know what it is. That's right. You know, if you happen to get like a telephone or something like that, you know, you want to put that in there, go for it. Lots of electricity work here, okay? I am not an electrician. Don't judge me. I see you right now judging me. Don't judge me, okay? And then, again, plenty of storage. We've got so much storage in this little base. It is crazy. So let's take a look again at the outside. Here we go. We've got the HB sensors that are going to open up those turrets as people walk by. I have it turned on to what I call safe zone, which means they're all configured for authorized and unauthorized. Because I want it to be safe out here. When I'm out here, I want the turrets open, okay? I don't want to just die needlessly. I want someone to come up and feel that pain too. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we built this bad boy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started with this base. We're gonna start with a foundation, just a square foundation. And from there, we're gonna go out all 4 sides with our triangles. And what that means is we're gonna get this nice little star right here. That's gonna be our footprint for this base, okay? Super easy. And then let's go ahead and get started here. We'll go ahead and put our door on this side here. And here we're going to use wall frames, because this is where our turrets are going to go. We'll go ahead and cap these off here. Excellent. And we'll go ahead and actually we need another one of those for our airlock. You may start with a double door here. I'm going to just go ahead and put that garage door there because we need the protection. And then we'll go ahead and place some windows here. The reason why I'm using these windows is this is going to allow it nice and easy access to fill those turrets up from within here. I'm safe. The doors will be shut. I can power them off and I can reload them. I love that about turrets and using those in my bases. The next thing we need here is a floor frame above because we are going to be using a ladder hatch. Let's go ahead and lock that up. In fact, let's go ahead and put our door on here as well. We'll have that open in, lock it up. And I'm going to go ahead and have it so it's like this. Notice that? It gives you a little bit more storage room. It's not as critical anymore because we have the ability to snap with the deployables, but still, I like it so I've got as much space as possible. We'll put those windows on here. That's going to give us a little bit of security. Now, we know we're not that secure yet, right? Because we don't have our TC down, and that's okay. Listen, you can do this, all right? I do this all the time. Live on the server. I'm going to play with this one as well. It's you just got to be ready. You got to practice and get these things going. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of climb up here and we're going to go ahead and wall ourselves off. Now, what we don't want to do is wall ourselves off right here because we don't have a turret over here. We have a front door. So this right here is going to be those wall frames again. Okay. There we go. And then what we're going to do here is another window. Just like that. Okay. Now, if you want to go up, feel free to go up. I am not going to go up, but it's possible. I'm going to go ahead and just cap us right there. I'm going to make my TC here an unlootable TC room by adding the floor frame here, or the triangle frame. We'll put our TC in there. We'll get rid of that. And we'll say, hey, you buddy, get in there. Okay, we got our TC in there now. We're secure. What I also want to do here is I want to use some of our shelves. Inside of here, I'm going to place the most critical stuff that I've got, right? So I'm going to put a shelf there. If you don't have the Jungle DLC, I hate to keep harping it. Buy it. It is pay to win. You have so many advantages to it. These shelves are just one of the reasons why you want to do that. Then we're going to want to go ahead and place ourselves a box up there. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and place my tier 2 because I want to do my tier 2. Do I not have my tier 2 in here? Holy moly. Let's get that going here. Workbench. You can fit a tier 3, by the way. I've played in this footprint before with a tier 3 here. Obviously, you're going to have a little bit less space, but you'll be okay. And I like to do this before I lock that TC up like that. I like this because it allows me to just get in there a little bit more, okay? There we go. We're good there. We're going to go ahead and put our boxes in here. Place another one in here. Perfect. Love it. Okay. All right, we also need to put a box up here. Now, this one's a little bit more difficult. Let's just jump up there. Come on, just jump up. You know when I have a problem to jump up like that? It's always a good time to subscribe. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead, do it. And if you like the video, hey, do that as well. I'd appreciate it. So now I've got that in there. And before, again, I want to place this battery. Before I close this off, again, it just gives me a little bit more room to play with to make it nice and snug. There we go. And then I will go ahead and close this off. Okay, we're good here. That's not good. Let's reverse that. Now we're good. Now we've got that TC secured. We got our extra important loot right there. Looking good. Okay. Here in this area, we're going to go ahead and place ourselves a shelf. So we've got a little bit more storage here. There we go. Now this is definitely where you want to go ahead and use the snapping, okay? Let me get myself some more room here. Obviously, you'll be doing this with twig, but all right, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. With the snapping, I've noticed that right there. If you've done this without the snapping before, sometimes you'll place a barrel and it's a little too much, and when you break that twig that's there holding it up, you'll lose your barrel as well. So that's, to me, that's a must. I'm going to keep this area right here clear because I might go ahead and put my all my electrical gear right here. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to put another barrel right here. Now look at this. I'm using the snapping and it's not working. Okay. It's telling me it's blocked by a wooden block, blocked by a wall. It's blocked. You can't do it. You're thinking, dang it. Upgrade. Oh, there it was though. Actually, did you see that? It was there. Woo, look at that. So it can be there. If it doesn't show up for you, upgrade it to metal. And it'll work. It's just easier. So there we go. We got that guy. We can still get into all our boxes. That's just going to give us a little more room here. I'm going to go ahead and put this one right here, all the way down. And I got a little more storage here. Come on, buddy. Okay, that barrel's giving me some issues. No worries. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this to metal. Okay. And it's simply so I can place that barrel in there a little further back. All right. Now, look at that. See? And here we can go ahead and place another one if we want. But you're only going to be able to place one box up there. At least, you know what? Maybe you can place 2. I don't know. Listen, I have issues placing 2. So guess who would I get? I get 1 box up there. And the next thing we're going to go ahead and place up here, some shotgun traps. Okay. Want to place some shotgun traps here just in case somebody's coming up. So put one right there. Again, when they come up, they'll be deleted by that one there. And if you want, you know, you could right here. You know what? We got the space for it. Boom, right there. Love it. So again, they're coming up. They open that up. They're going to get hit by that one. The range is actually going to hit them. And when they come up, they're going to get hit by that one. Perfect. Look at that. This is looking good. This is looking good. Now for down here, you've got plenty of options on what you want to do. You could use it for additional storage. You could use a bed down here. You could do some cooking down here, a farm, whatever you want. For me, in my base, I'm going to go ahead and use the large boxes. And the reason why I'm not using barrels, you could actually, I think, fit 9 barrels in here. But they're a little bit taller than these and it just gets cramped for me. And I don't like that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use the wonderful new snapping feature that we have that quite honestly sometimes works for me and sometimes doesn't. All right. Let's go here. See, it's blocked by the wall frame. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, hey, wall frame, why don't you get up here to the metal? Okay. Look at that. Now I can do it. Really? Okay. There we go. I like that. It just makes it a little bit easier to kind of access things, and you're not too far up. And again, there's no crouching, right? There's plenty of bases I live in that are small that I crouch. No, this is perfect right here. You know what I forgot to do? Oh boy, I'll say this in the comments. I forgot to lock that. I am going to go ahead and upgrade this right here to metal right now because I don't want someone to get through that door and then being able to get a couple spears and soft side me and then get straight up there. So that's good. The next thing I'm going to do from here is I am going to go ahead and place all of my doors. Now you've got some options with your doors. If you're starting off, you'll probably want to use your double doors. And I actually prefer those for turret pods, but for this one specifically, I find it best to go with garage doors. One, it's just stronger, and you don't get any conflicts with your doors opening up when you have the turret pod that's on the triangle foundation. So I'd actually go with your garage doors. Now, I know you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of gears, that's a lot of metal. Yes, but listen, you're going to be able to farm it, I promise. And hey, maybe this isn't your starter base. Maybe you have your starter base and then you're building this right next to it or down the road a little bit. That's how you'll get this going. Okay, we've got all those set up there. Let's go inside and let's place some turrets. Then we'll go ahead and add door controllers. Let's get the one that's upstairs here. That jump right there was amazing. I'll never make that jump that quick ever again. That's just what happens. Hey, listen, let me know in the comments. What are your weapons of choice when it comes to turrets? I really, really want to know. I've been doing a little bit of research, a little bit of testing in the old labs, if you will. The old rusty old labs have been doing some testing. And one thing that I like to do with my turret pod bases is I like to put a different gun in each turret pod. Now, why is that? Think about it. Big brain idea here. When you've got the same thing, let's say I've got 4 pythons throughout all of my turret pod, and I'm up here doing whatever, I'm cooking some teas, I'm doing whatever. I hear that go off. I have no idea which turret actually fired. But if I put 4 different types of guns in each of my turrets, I will then know, oh, it's the python. It's this one up here. Oh, it's the SAR. It's the one that's on this side here. So that's my advice. I think that's just the way to go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and place my guns in here. Like I said, following my strat, I am going ahead and put in all different types of guns in each one of these. There we go. We've got all different types of guns in there now. We'll go ahead and do all the electrical work here. And now you may be thinking, wait a second. What are you going to do about your bag? Well, listen, you can put a bag outside, or listen, this is your only spot. Unless, like I said, you want to do this room here differently, you could put a bag or even a bed here if you'd like. Again, you're going to have more than one bed. So wherever you throw that bed down, trust me, you'll be okay. All right, let's go ahead and start with the electricity here. We'll go ahead and place our wind turbine out here. Looking good. And then let's go ahead and start powering things up, figure out what we need to do here, how we're going to do it. All right, let's go ahead and put our power in here. I like to use red coming in here because we know, hey, this is, I don't know, what side is the battery on here? There we go. We want to go to that side here. Let's do this right. I want to know where my power is going, what it's feeding. Okay. Actually, we'll go right about there. And then we'll go here. And then we'll go some of these guys down here. I don't know exactly how many I'm going to need, so I'm just going to go ahead and place, 3 is good for now. All right, we're good there. Okay, we've got our power going. We're starting to charge up here. That's great. Okay, so we know that we're going to need at least 10 for these things here. So let's go 10, 10, 10. All right, okay, and then in between them, again, let's change the color. I'll go ahead and use white, so I know that's the one that's going in between them. There we go, because we got 40, 30, 20, looking good here. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and place a switch right here for this guy, because this is the one that's going to go into that one. Okay, and I am going to color coordinate these. Here's the green one, right? There you go. Powered up. Turrets on. I'm going to go ahead and wire up all the rest of them. I won't bore you with that. All right, I've got all my turrets powered up right now. And again, like I said, it is super easy to reload these. With the doors shut like this, you just go ahead and do this. Power off, get in there, reload. All done. Close that up, repair it. May want to put some embrasures on there to add a little bit more security. Power these on, and you're good to go. Another thing that I want to do here, though, is I want to go ahead and provide a little safe zone for me. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and get myself a heartbeat sensor. Now, you can hide these in rocks and stuff like that. Look, I hate to say it. People aren't looking, okay? They're just not looking, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and just place these guys right around my base, right on the four corners that I've got of my little star here. And then we're going to go ahead and power those up as well. Okay, and as we get back into the electrical, one of the things you'll notice is I did have to add another electrical branch for my other turret that I have. And also, a medium battery only outputs 50. And we're going to need 52 to make this thing successful. So we're going to need a little extra juice, if you know what I mean. And so what am I going to do for that? Don't worry, it's okay. We're going to just need a small battery. That's all. A small battery will do everything we need it to do here. Boop, small battery placed, problem solved. Lovely. Okay, now what we'll do here, though, is we do need to make sure that battery is getting charged. But what I want to do here is I'm going to get myself another electrical branch here. We're going to go to the root combiner, and we're going to take the power from the source, the wind turbine, and we're going to split that power to go to the small battery. We're going to give it 10, because that's all it needs. It doesn't need that much. And then we're going to go ahead and take the rest of the power coming from that turbine and add it to the medium battery, which is going to be where most of the power is going to be needed, because that's where the turrets are. Time to go ahead and do some door stuff. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll start with this one here. What we're going to need for each turret pod is 3, because we have 2 door controllers and we have an HB sensor. And I will go ahead and wire one of these just so you can see how it's done. And I'll skip over the rest so I don't bore you. When you do a heartbeat sensor with automatic door openers, you have to do the heartbeat sensor first. Okay, so let's go down to the ground here. If you want, you can hold the shift and you can bend it so it kind of goes underneath the ground, if you will, and that's fine too. I'm going to go ahead and do power in. Right now they can't see, I mean, they can see right there, but you can't see much of it. Now, I like a safe zone. A safe zone means it's going to open for unauthorized players and authorized players. And then we'll go back to here. We're going to hook this up to our door controllers. And we should have 2 of them, right? We got one there and one there, so we'll go there. Power in. Now each of these doors is going to need its own heartbeat sensor. So let me go ahead and take this guy here. Doop, doop, down we go. We're going to make sure that it's configured for unauthorized and authorized. Oops. All right, now we walk away. Both doors close. We get closer and they both open up. So you're going to need 2 heartbeat sensors, 1 heartbeat sensor for each door. Again, I'm not an electrician. If you know a better way to do it, hey, let me know in the comments by all means. I'm going to go ahead and configure all of the rest of them up right now, and then I'll show you what that looks like when it's all done. All right, I've got everything configured in here. Needed a little more electricity than I originally planned for. You can see here all of the branches that I needed. And again, that's because each of the turrets, they take up 10. Then you've got 2 door controllers and a heartbeat sensor, and 2 heartbeat sensors per turret pod. That's another 4, so 4 times 14, that's more than 50. I can't do the math, okay? We've got all of this color coordinated, but this is the base, and it's kind of cozy up here, all right? You got plenty of storage to be living out of this. Let's go outside, take a look at those turrets. And you see, you get access from both turrets because of those heartbeat sensors and how they're positioned. I'll walk around the base here, turret doors open up, and this is wonderful. Nice, secure little turret pod base. Now, a couple things we need to look at. What's this base going to cost us from an upkeep perspective? As is, less than a stone node and less than a metal node. However, we do need to make some upgrades here. I want to make sure that nobody is going to be able to soft side us. So I'm going to upgrade all of those to metal. I'm also going to go ahead and make the top metal because I don't want someone going straight down, especially into my TC. Now, when it comes to upgrading where the TC is, I'm on the fence there because they're going to have no idea where the TC is. And if you make that metal, they're absolutely going to know where it is. So it's up to you. If you decide to do it, great. Here's the deal. If you had a base like this in the snow like I do, upgrade everything to metal because you're going to have nodes galore. All right, I also went ahead and upgraded these to have embrasures, a little more security. And now we're looking at, again, less than a stone node, less than a metal node a day in Upkeep. Just for fun, I'm going to kit this thing out with white metal. Since we're in the snow, I think it'll look just wonderful. I went ahead and made it the white shipping container. I think it looks amazing in the snow. Obviously, I would use different garage doors and a different door there, kind of just make it white, make it blend in. Did not do the insides, kept them stone because quite honestly, it doesn't matter there. Let's see, what's our upkeep now? Okay, folks, this ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. Definitely doable, definitely. Well, you know what? Let's just make it more difficult for them. We're still, what's that, a node and a half. You're going to be able to get that really, really easy. Hey, listen, I hope you guys like this concept base. I know you'll be able to do a lot with it. I love it. I love living in small, compact bases because, listen, I'm solo. I don't have a farmer. I am the farmer. I'm the PvPer. I'm everything as a solo player. And this is what I'll be living in. So, all right, everybody. Listen, love the support. Love to see you all on a server sometime soon. You all know who I am. I'm the role player, living in a small, compact base. See you later. Bye-bye.